they knew a lot more about the editing software than really we did. They kind of started using it. We gave demonstrations, but they didn't really need a lot of help to kind of develop the films that they were putting together. One of the things that wasn't really a problem, but they wanted to go a little bit too far with the project. We had a particular kind of template that we wanted to try and follow, which matched everything with Culture Shock. So we didn't have odd-looking stories, but when it came to the actual process of making the films, the young people found all of the different editing software materials and the kind of tools that they could use. So they found wipes and they found different titles. They were playing with GarageBand and they wanted to add music to their films. So actually, when we were making the films, one or two of them were able to develop their stories that little bit further and create what we called the director's cut versions. So they did their Culture Shock versions, but then were able to tinker with them that little bit further and add additional things. So wipes, new titles, adding music, and to create a more personal story, which they were then able to, as long with their Culture Shock version, put onto their DVD and take away at the end of the project.
What do you think would have happened if you hadn't had the templates and if you had just allowed them free rein?
I think what we would have ended up with at the end of the project, if we allowed them to just go on, we would have had very, very different looking stories. I think what might have also happened is that some of the things that they had would have distracted from the actual storytelling. They all had very, very personal and very, very developed stories that they wanted to tell, but the kind of things they wanted to add to their editing would have really distracted from what they wanted to do. I know that the music that one of my scouts, Ben, actually put onto his final story, it was quite loud and guitar-like, and it was as good as it was, it distracted from what he was actually talking about, but it was perfect for what he wanted because it was his own personal twist on what he put forward.